lẽ mình traffic a free run không muốn con nấu cắt về a break po a try break don't need man hạ cha khóc mày hey boy buru lu tục handling chu có chém nhẹ lâu mấy à cái này ai tập chun anh nung suspension hi anh em sẽ ta hi cái nào couple na bing đeo tắc tắc đòn cho nên adjust sang ai đòn nhỉ mà sẽ hết tiệt chủ tan suốt về lần niệm ang ai khan tàn tắc kia nên cái này anh asun nó sao lâu bây giờ ai nó gì rồi tôi sao có đấy smooth acceleration anh hả smooth operator hiểu không nhỉ smooth thoát mày a break a tra a ground clearance phải đào hậu ai model đào hậu ai thằng nó đều mình là shoot nó tụt ông cái rin nào shoot nè đâu lục liên khăn ship phát tăng shoot lâu tụt ông tay pin số thar phiên này đến ai tập trung nuông viếng vậy à basic anh handling thật đấy của đâu cái này ạ nuông muông lẽ có tăng nương chỗจะผัดเวลาติคงเวลาจะง่ายไม่เท่นี่เอาเสียหลังพอแต่ดูไอ้ยังขั้วรถสายตัวนี้ không có ai anh đường đấy heo gì view mày à nice, really nice. Bị xe ai đây ground clearance cái này anh thật đấy mày chứ a bobber that handles oh first blood đó là tắm em mày tìm mua không? Đấy xây ai đến đường đấy mấy à? Tôi tắm lâu theo hết nên là mà cái tịt hà leng đường đó ăn khóc mày. Cái này anh handling thật đấy muốn nó shop aman về ta. Hiện in gì thui ta cái này đó nè, nung là mà hiện em chọn lần đêm đấy lắc cả đồ ai chọn wheelbase xây po hi chút chỉ lúc hin aku du lo phak ka lo ke chuan ma mi kan te so ka plastic level ri tu ka shoot ma le tu wang ha ka ta no thang vak lo ma se voi khat chia sai sen ka su ta kina chuan in te min kan tu lo an ve le lek ngam to nga ji view tu ra nga ya kan phei tu emกันเพย์ตั้งดูไงทุกๆเลยไหมหลายโตแล้วเรียวไหมมาเส้นนี่หลังจีนว่าเพย์เช่นนี้ละตัวขนาดดูมรากมาเลยกับเบสไอได้นะเห็นจริงก็ชอบเห็นที่ไหนดิเฮ้ยมั้งไม่ใช่เฮ้ยป่วยมั้งสูทาร์แล้วตัวให้ละมาไฟขัดเจี๊ยใส่เส้นไฟขัดเจี๊ยกับสูground clearance rất thật lúc khi mà mi ai cái nó thật đấy rồi mấy lần hi cho nên hẳn classic đeo rồi chủ rằng hiện nên cần ngay đeo mà sẽ mà hi chẳng càng view chắc là ABS mà lên nữa mà cho anh nung là mà muốn nó shock cái rin ai đây là handling thật chắc mày tí xì lọc đàn tới nên ổng cho là nụ lẹ bè bằng bằng mẹ. Hey folks, right now I'm riding Pèràk, Jawa Pèràk. We have already tested the 42 and Classic in our previous videos. If you want, you can check that out. But this is a totally different bike with the bobber design. It shares most of its engine, but the engine is bore up slightly, so it's got more power, more torque, but it's also got more weight, and the chassis and swing arm is different, so it's got a slightly longer wheelbase. So just looking at the spec, we were like expecting it to be a really slow turning bike, kind of a lumbering bobber type. So but we were pleasantly surprised on the corners. As you can see, really nimble on the corners. The rear suspension is a monoshock item, which is preload adjustable, and we feel the stock setting is slightly soft, so we'll be going up a notch or two when we you know, really pulling the trigger out on the outside, on the outskirts of the city, maybe tomorrow. So where these roads are fine, but you can't really ride fast on these roads, and there are lots of vehicles, so we take it to another place where we can, I mean, really exploit the superb handling of the bike. And the slightly torquey engine is a big plus, and it's really smooth. The gearbox is super slick, works like a charm, and just by looking at this bike, I mean, just by looking at the styling, you'll think that it's gonna be a really classic handling bike, but we were really surprised to find out that it handles like most modern bikes, and it's really stable on the corner, and the really smooth power delivery of the bike helps a lot on the corner exit, where you can twist the throttle earlier, and it doesn't have that much power, so that's a big help also, because if it has a lot of power and not a really good suspension unit, then it can be more of a disadvantage than an advantage. So, and my friend is riding a 2021 Classic Jawa that has got a revised ECU mapping with a new side stand, and I don't know what else is new. I'll be riding that bike on the way back to see if there's any difference. But I'm really surprised with the handling of this bike. I can really lean on the corners. That's you know, it's a real you know, surprise gift for me, because I was a bit skeptical about the handling of the bike when I was looking at the styling, but you know, we were really surprised when we tested the 42 and Classic because of the handling, because the handling was great. And again, on this bike, the handling is really nice, and the engine is it sounds a little rough, you know, when it's idling, but as soon as you twist the throttle, it's got that unique scream, which is really Java-ish. No? Let's stop here and admire this beauty. I'm really impressed with this bike, man. Let me have a proper look at you. Wow, you are beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. With the bobber styling, the single monoshock unit, which is preload adjustable, and 140 by 70, 17-inch at the back. This is the same, no, it's not the same setup. It's got a slightly bigger, fatter tire, I think. At the front it's 100 by 90, 18-inch, all murdered out black, matte black, or no, this is not actually black, this is kind of grayish matte with gold pinstripe. This is a really good looking bike. Yeah, you can see when you sit on it, the seat height is really low. That is gonna be a big advantage for guys with shorter legs. See how flat his foot is on the floor. And footrest ahan and raplock there. As you can see, his leg is slightly folded, but guys with longer legs might have a slight problem on this, but for us it's a great bonus. It shares the same engine with that one, but this is slightly bigger. I mean, it's got more cc, slightly powerful engine with a revised chassis and a new swing arm. Naltero. And yeah, I really like this. Come on, brake look there. This taillight unit is really nice. Indicator only the backlight is LED. The headlight and the indicators are all not LED. Not a problem, but these days mostly everybody is doing the LED thing. This is the horn. I think it shares this unit with that classic liquid cooled engine. Overall, it's a great bike. I was really surprised with the handling. Tomorrow we'll try to take it to another place where we can really exploit the good handling of the bike. And as I've said, this is the 2021 classic new model. From the previous version, from the previous model, though, what's new is it's got a new ECU mapping and a new side stand, which has greatly improved cornering clearance, right? So I haven't ridden, he's already ridden it. On the way back I'll be riding this bike, and other than that I don't know what exactly is new. We'll try it out on the way back. Anyways, we are having a great time. Yeah, these are two really nice looking bikes. Classic SD ta khop mai he je toro. Yeah. A riding position is sporty re urap muli he. Yeah, hitle le zual ta se toro. Khoi lakin us ati he dani. Tuna classic Jawa classic khalve thong hi 2021 version ania apami nen danglam na chu ECU mapping anon ti danglam theta mami ain phit rang de hlek to anon tia chuan size fian pui deuh kha anon thak dei to so Pèràk ang so size anon thak so son ground clearance hi as atiziom khop mai tia puzo drone hian kan khalve chin don phot ania tai bu pem an enang handling chu Pèràk nen zon tem nen ang lo dewa aso hi tem na zuang deu ni hi Pèràk hi asdeu du ban nuam ro lu to ma sai he poi nuam lo chu ni chung lo akul du set he chete chon a brake hi thare uphin Yeah guys, this is the 2021 Java Classic with an updated ECU mapping, a new side stand. You can feel that it's got slightly more torque at the lower RPM, which is really nice, and the ground clearance is really improved with the new side stand, which I think they fitted the ones from the Pèràk. It looks really it looks the same. I don't know if it's the same, but with that new side stand, the ground clearance is improved, so that's a big bonus for us, because we were really impressed with the handling of the bike previously on the older model, but it was scraping too much on the corners. But I haven't scraped anything as of right now, but we haven't we can't push the bike because there's lots of gravel on the road. Compared to the Pèràk, it's got slightly faster steering, slightly more nimble, but the monoshock unit on the Pèràk is more, you know, supple. This is that twin classic setup at the back, the suspensions, so it's a little bit jumpy, and we'll be working on this tonight. Maybe we'll put we'll add 1 or 2 clicks on the preload, which is adjustable at the rear, because tomorrow we plan to ride it on roads that where we can go slightly faster, hoping. But still really enjoyable, classic looking bike with modern hardware, liquid cooled engine with ABS, this at front and back. Claimin pick up pichu mami ai chon nei chiang a chuan Pèràk ami timela ani tura kan ngai nang view a side stand an on vota ka hian kongkoya ground clearance a that mel ta view me kan tai mi lawa hei tuna thei jong kala tai mi lawa chuan akhala nuam view a smooth a Pèràk a hian a wheelbase toy set a chu wangin a koi rang seta chuan lunglama hianin classic suspension setup, twin suspension khania tlemina zuang ve eu dewa e corner enge bolle divela hen ma se preload hi adjustable ania nunga hen zanina tlemana khoisha danga nak tu ka tlema ta chak thei de lekna ken chu kan tuma ta chuanin ziom mem kan nang tuna hrion akwal rang khop mai nuam a se tlemin atung hi azung eu dewa a name set tina ni chu Pèràk sot adam thukwa a suspension anung monoshock ani ve thunga chuan a chakret bok Pèràk so a hriat ve deuh lek ani hi tlemin a ref thui thei hret tang rei thei engine al lian hret boka hemi engine borap ang deuh ani ta Pèràk a so chuan kal thei lawang cubic lungom kalvatang này tái tiệu về. Ground clearance hi azia ta khop mai tin suspension unit point chete jon dang lam deu mon chu ti ma ang ha sudul dul ta lauri handling kha zia view ma mi bo ha ma se kong ko ha te min an su deu le khan tai nga zela an push thawak ngam lo hei ju an ti ve deu ko pop ko hen tai to lo tat eng ma Dem cho chak de lek de Pèràk. Nice, nice. Let's try to make it up on the corners. Really enjoying this. Can feel the vibrations from the foot pegs. A foot peg around vibrate ve characher hi chu a feel ve thei ni hi. Ating RPM sang de le ka khajon. A pernel del vea acceleration natin ay sao pero lewe wait pat first blood. Pèràk khal zo chia khatonin ref thui deuh lek ngai he sema Pèràk ang speed vel nei tu chon ref san deuh lek ngai anh chắc thấy là chút tiếng về cho nó xiết. I think they must have changed some things on the suspensions because it's not other than the side stand. I think they must have changed something on the suspensions because it's not scraping as much, and the ride handling quality is much more improved on this version, the 2021 version. You don't really feel the bumps when you're going slightly faster, like the shock absorbers doing their job. It's absorbing most of the, you know, the imperfections of the roads. Gearbox is really slick. Clutch action is nice and smooth. Slightly stiff pull, but nothing to be concerned about. The engine revs cleanly. I feel it's got slightly more oomph compared to the 2020 model. As I've said, this is a 2021 version with a slightly updated ECU mapping. Brakes are fine, more than fine actually. They work great on this bike. Suspensions are great, especially the fork is great. The rear is also really good. I think we have to add one click on the preload. We'll try it out tomorrow. This is a really nice upgrade on the bike because the 2020 model, as much as we were enjoying ourselves on the corners, we can't really exploit the good handling of the bike because of the really bad ground clearance, but most of that is solved on this bike, so that's a great, you know, improvement on the bike. Thanks to Jawa for listening to our cries. We've just made you know, one of the best classic retro bike, I mean modern retro bike, better. You just made it better. Thank you. Really appreciate the work you've done on this 2021 classic model, and we are super impressed with the handling of the Pèràk. Tomorrow, as I've said, we'll be riding more on slightly faster corners. Actually these are classic you know, retro modern bike, and the Pèràk is a bobber, so you're not supposed, maybe you're not supposed to ride it as fast or something like that. But since these days most bikes are like coming out with really good suspensions, engines and brakes, you can, even though if it's a cruiser or a bobber in like take for instance, take for example the Pèràk, it's a bobber. Maybe when you look at it, you don't feel that you can ride it hard on the corners, nothing like that. No, it can really keep up with really modern looking bike on the corners, I'm sure, because I'm really enjoying myself when I've rode it on the when we're going for that long, I mean on the way. So on the way back I'm riding this. Compared this to the Pèràk, it's slightly different. The Pèràk is more stable. The rear monoshock suspension works slightly better, I think, but it steers slightly slower compared to this bike, and the seat height is really low on that, the Pèràk. And for short rider, for shorter riders, that's gonna be a big advantage. But for me, this classic riding position is more comfortable because I'm sitting somewhat like this on the Pèràk. So, but other than that, the Pèràk, as you can see, is much more powerful than this classic bike. But this is also really enjoyable. Really two good bikes from Jawa. These are brand new bikes, so it will develop more power as they accumulated more kilometers. But as it is, even with 0 kilometers, they're still quite slick. Even the gearbox are really slick. We really have to mention this because it's a brand new bike and the gears are really slick. Chung kan le ta nuna hianin classic 2021 model kan khal meka hi atha ka tin de pakha chu ECU anron remap hianin khochung speed thei tuna dinat lan le anga che hianin apma ai khanin ka chan thla che hianin apot khal ta deuh that mea chu tak chu enge khopui chunga tlam tam tan a zia khop mai a ka chan thla che hianin phi thut ni si lo hianin smooth deuh si ma se zo deuh hian a tlan deuh par den ka chan thla che a khur deuh de ta hetia pot deuh zo lo deuh chung chunga nor kal lui deuh ngai ang type chi ang kha bo ta mak ta ei chu zia khop mai kho chunga khala ti nuam don ni he hian. Yeah, what I was saying is this 2021 classic Jawa classic with the new ECU mapping. What I like about the new mapping is see, as you can see, we are crawling using first gear or second gear. As soon as you release the clutch, there is a more urgency when you're pulling the throttle. So that's a great advantage if you are riding mainly in the city commuting. Again, thanks to the Jawa team for thanks to the Jawa team for making this new improvement on the bike. Yeah, like this, it's got more pickup, more pulling power, feels really light on its feet. That's gonna be a great advantage on the city. I'm already using 4th gear now, 5th, now it's 6th. I'm hardly doing 30 kilometers per hour. Now I'm using 6th gear, now 4th. This is really great. Yeah, ABS is kicking in. I think it's kicking in slightly earlier than the previous model. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling right now. ABS mommy, I can't kick in wrong. Kick in market in the ship. Talk ma de chat skong sot vela hen. Ma brake big ahen. I really like this riding position. Riding position just no my